There's always that one friend. You know each other more than anyone. You trust them with your secrets, your thoughts, and even your life, because they're your best friend. But sadly, it doesn't last forever. Strap in, everyone. We're taking the sad roller coaster today. We're here to talk about one of my new favorite films, that film being Mikey and Nicky. Written and directed by Elaine May, this film follows Mikey, a man who gets a call from his longtime friend Nicky, who asks him to help him out when he believes a hit has been placed on his head for something he did to their boss. A very straightforward Safdie Brothers-esque crime thriller, with a setup that sounds like it's been done 100 times before. So watching this, I figured there wouldn't be much substance to it, but I was wrong. This is the 1 in 100. This 1976 film stars Peter Falk as Mikey and John Cassavetes as Nicky, the latter of which is becoming one of my favorite filmmakers of all time, to be honest. Though I enjoy his behind-the-camera work, I also enjoyed his acting capabilities in this film, as he's able to convey such a manic mood throughout, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats and wondering, what's he gonna do next? There's a sequence in particular where the two men rush out of a hotel, and John Cassavetes' character has his gun out the whole time. I'm like, bro, that's not how you be suave. Get this man some chill pills. May was a large supporter of improvisation, which in filmmaking at the time, even today, it's a little taboo to not stick to the script. Though it's still not as trusted today, you can see many of cinema's most memorable quotes were improvised. It makes you wonder if that can be a good thing, and in Mikey and Nicky's case, I'd like to think so. Paranoid characters act confused, having to repeat their sentences. In what Hollywood would call a serious scene, characters instead laugh at the ridiculousness of how serious the situations become.
It's very hard to talk to a dead person. Nothing in common. Hi, Ma.
It adds a sense of realism to the story, and makes us a bit more relatable to these characters we honestly wouldn't have much relation to begin with, seeing as they're gangsters. Personally, I'm not a gangster, I don't know about you. Apparently this film had footage shot over 3 million feet long, which was more than twice the amount shot for Gone with the Wind, an almost 4-hour-long movie.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
May wanted to leave the camera rolling on the two men, sometimes for hours on end, just so she could try to get some sort of spontaneity from them. Having a sense of realism also helps with what the film's main theme is, which is about the death of a friendship. We often get snippets of what life was like for the two leads and how their friendship blossomed. We hear tales of their childhood and how the two dealt with death. We're also shown just how much of a dick Nicky can be. He starts fights with strangers, he talks behind people's backs, he gets himself into trouble. He only called Mikey because he doesn't have anyone else he can ask for help. This makes the audience feel for Mikey, because we know what kind of situation he's in dealing with a selfish friend. It's difficult to say no, but it's even more difficult when it's your best friend. This also makes it all the more heartbreaking to see the two collide. There's always that sense of unease or mistrust, not knowing how they feel about one another until the big scene. Some people think the big scene is during the end of the film, but I think of it as during their fight. Here it's revealed from Mikey that Nicky hasn't been there for him, and that the last time the two actually talked was when Nicky was rude to him, calling him an echo, basically dumb or slow-witted. That makes it all the more obvious that he's just being used by Nicky, and this is where the improv really shines in this scene in particular, where there's moments of the two egging each other on, yet trying to nurture and heal what pain has been caused. And by the time the two exchange blows, they almost become drunk, as if not really knowing how to fight each other. A shot I enjoy, probably one of my favorite shots in the whole film, is when Nicky's trying to hit Mikey, but he slips on the wet concrete and falls. You can tell that wasn't scripted, which just makes the scene all the more realistic. I won't discuss much about the film's ending, in fact, not at all, I won't even touch it, nor any spoilers, but I will discuss this film's final message. Looking back, I've had many friends come and go, either by accident or by my intention. There's a lot of friends I know that have gone from being trusted with my every thought to being a stone-cold stranger. It's a sad thing to lose someone you're close to. It's even sadder when they're not even dead, but it feels as though they may be. Sometimes I miss them and feel the need to call them up, but But then I remember what they did to cause this Cold War, and I'm reminded by the simple fact they wouldn't call me. I feel for Nikki in this film, but I feel even more for Mikey. Elaine May crafted such a great story about what a lot of people go through, and made a gangster film somewhat relatable, and I'm happy to say that it hit me right in the feels. As for performances, of course John Cassavetes and Peter Falk gave their A-game. They're incredible. They're the dynamic duo of the 70s. I'm gonna end up making some more videos about John in particular, but it's just sad that both these guys are no longer with us. This film is a friendly reminder to all of us that we have to ditch those toxic relationships before it's too late. Sometimes that may mean holding the door on them to achieve it.
It's Nikki.
Thank you for watching this very short film essay about Mikey and Nikki. I watched it recently, like the other night, and I was like, damn, I really gotta make a video about this just to highlight it, because I doubt many people have heard of it. It's available to stream on the Criterion channel. It's also available on Blu-ray, and I think it's available to rent on Amazon. I'm not quite sure. But you should definitely check it out, especially if you like modern crime thrillers like the Safdie brothers. So yeah, thank you for watching. Comment any other ideas for film-related topics I can discuss or do. I know I'm going to release a video in the coming weeks about my channel plans for May. I have big plans, okay, so stay tuned. Thank you very much. Again, third time saying it. All right, bye-bye.